Good afternoon, Jets Nation. Welcome to the Jets Show. Welcome to day 5 of my free agent profiles. Today we're going to be talking about Jon Runyan, guard for the Green Bay Packers. So should the Jets reunite Aaron Rodgers with one of his former teammates again? Let's go ahead and talk about it. Well, what is there to know about Jon Runyan? Well, he was a 6th-round pick by the Green Bay Packers in the 2020 draft. He came out of Michigan. And if that rings any bells for you, it should, because Michael Onwenu, who we talked about in yesterday's video, was a 2022 offensive lineman out of the University of Michigan, drafted in the 6th round, which is pretty crazy that the Jets could potentially reunite these two college teammates together this off season. But unlike Onwenu, Jon Runyan didn't start his rookie season. While he did, appear here and there for the Green Bay Packers, playing pretty solid in those, occasional snaps, he didn't really do much his rookie season in the NFL. But his second season, he earned the starting job on the offensive line and has started for the Green Bay Packers since then. Throughout his NFL career, he's been a really good pass protector, one of the better guards when it comes to pass protecting over the past 3 seasons. The amount of sacks he's allowed has been really good, allowing 2 sacks this past season, 1 in 2022 and 2 in 2021. So he's done a great job when it comes to allowing sacks, keeping that number very low. He also has not had much penalty trouble throughout his NFL career as well. He did have a career-high 6 penalties this season, but before then, he only had like 3 penalties combined. So he's been really good when it comes to avoiding penalties. And during his college career, he had 0 combined penalties, which is a great feat. But the flaw of Runyan's game is his run blocking. Throughout his NFL career, he hasn't been a good run blocker at all. I mean, I won't say he hasn't been good, but he hasn't been the best. He's been a very below average run blocker throughout his NFL career, and that definitely could have been a reason to why he was rotated out of the Packers lineup in the second half of the season with 2022 third-round pick Jon Runyan. Now, the Packers very well might have wanted to see what Jon Runyan could do in their lineup. He was a third-round pick after all, but the fact that they would rotate one of their starting guards in midst of the season where they were definitely competing, and they ended up making the playoffs, definitely is very interesting. And the fact that they did that towards the end of the season as well is even more mind-boggling. But the run blocking definitely could have had some effect to do with that. And it also goes without saying that Runyan never got benched or anything. He started every single game for the Packers this year. It's just that they would start to kind of rotate him out the lineup. And at first it started off in small increments. He would play about 90% of the snaps. Runyan would play about 10%. But as the weeks went on, his snap count would decrease. And towards the end of the season, it got close to like a 60% snap count for Runyan and a 40% snap count for Runyan. So it's definitely interesting that he was rotated out of the lineup. And that definitely can be a red flag for some Jets fans, because if we're signing someone to be a starting guard for our lineup, we don't necessarily want someone that was getting rotated out of a lineup the year before then. But you look at his NFL statistics, all of his analytics, all of his numbers, it makes it very interesting as to why he was rotated out of the lineup, because while his run blocking hasn't been great, he was an amazing pass protector and was playing at an NFL starting caliber level. So yeah, while it's a little alarming that he was rotated out of the lineup, I wouldn't really look too much into it, because the number he's put up despite getting rotated out of the lineup were still very good. He still was a very productive guard for the Packers last season, and definitely better than what the New York Jets had this past year, along with the fact that he's never missed a game in the NFL ever. Never ever miss an NFL game. He already has some chemistry with Aaron Rodgers, has already played in Nathaniel Hackett's system before, and Pro Football Focus projects his contract to be around $5 million a season, which is incredibly cheap for someone that's such a good pass protector. So Jets could add him for somewhere around $5 million a year, reunite him with Aaron Rodgers. I would 100% be down with signing Jon Runyan. Of course, the contract can't be anywhere insane. Probably wouldn't go anywhere more than $8 million a year for Runyan. But if the Jets can get him on a fairly cheap contract, I'm 100% down with signing him and making him a starter on our offensive line. What do you guys' thoughts on today's video? What do you guys' thoughts on Runyan? Who do you want me to profile next? Comment down below. But I'm just signing off for now. See you guys later. Peace.